It's time for the Wendy Williams Show. Today, the hilarious Tommy Davidson is on the couch and dishing about his huge new comedy special. Plus, Mob Wife's Renee Graciano all this season's juicy drama. And Wendy and her Grammy Insider recap the fashion hits and misses from last night's awards. Now, here's Wendy.
I feel a lot better today, thank you. We've got the highlights from last night's Grammys, plus Melissa McCarthy's weight is sparking controversy, and Justin Bieber is addressing his drug scandal. Did you see on Saturday Night Live? Yeah. We can talk about it and more. It's time for Hot Topics. I was feeling such a mess when I left here on Friday after the show that literally I cried all the way back to Jersey, fluish, you know? I stayed in the bed well, it's happened to everybody at least once this winter, so it was finally my turn. But I stayed in the house all weekend long and watched the snowfall. We got the 12 inches in Jersey, just like they promised. I surrounded us by all the good food. You ever notice how it doesn't really much matter what goes on outside as long as the food is good inside? And the cable is still working. Anyway, I'm glad to be here. So last night I hosted a little soiree in the kitchen at our house, very small. I watched the red carpet pre-show with my glam squad, Morel, Memsor, Antoine. They all came over. And we did a live Ustream on the internet. So for those of you who watched, I hope you enjoyed it. I wore a ponytail wig and a robe. The boys, I had no idea that the boys were gonna come to the house as if it was real red carpet. They all were wearing tuxedos, except for Antoine had a skirt on with his. I love that. And then I served food. Okay, so we had fried chicken and collard greens and macaroni and cheese. And then I had a little pan of sauteed chicken livers. And then I got some crab claws. And, I also made my world famous bean dip. And so we had a good time eating and watching and laughing in the kitchen. And so, did you see Chris Brown and Rihanna cozy together last night? I mean, they looked very happy. He wore an all-white suit. He walked the red carpet by himself. I thought he looked sober, and well, which is always a nice start. He looked sober, he spoke well. I liked his suit. Only thing is that when is that trend of leaving the tag on your clothes gonna end? That's been going on for like 10 years. It's the most ridiculous thing. Guys even do that on like wool jacket, you know, like fine wool coats. You don't leave the tag on the outside. Anyway, but remember when we told you about CBS, the Grammy network, warning the celebrities not to show too much skin on the red carpet? Well, Jennifer Lopez made a joke about it. Take a look.
So, as you can see, I read the memo.
No, mama. Estás bellísima, lindísima, you look beautiful, look gorgeous, and you inspired the memo. That's what it is.
Yikes.
I've always thought that Pitbull and Jennifer Lopez would make an interesting drive-by or a hookup at the very least, you know? Anyway, Jennifer Lopez in the dress. So when we all saw it at the kitchen table, we all went, wow. But after I let it settle in my mind for a moment, I said, maybe a little desperate. I'm not exactly sure, you know, what to think of the thigh. I'm not, you know, and don't feel like I see I'm the only one saying that, but I'll say it. It's just a little bit. It looked like more than a slit. It looked like a gigantic, why? But I liked her top knot though. Her top knot's really good. I liked Katy Perry's dress. Did you like it? I mean, I think guys mostly liked it because it showed a lot of boobs. Ellen DeGeneres was impressed also. Look. But I like this dress. You know, she's a little pale for that particular color, but of all the dresses on the red carpet, like, I would love to have that dress. The color on my brown skin, and then the jewelry's already in there, so it's not like you lose the jewelry at the end of the night. I would close it up a little bit on account of, well, bigger than her. But I thought that was a really pretty dress, and I liked the way her hair was. You know, you clean up really nice, Katie, because I've seen a picture of you before. In January, she was in Hawaii. Look. It's nice to know that the stars are a mess and they're off time, too. I like the dress. Okay, by the way, we're going to talk more Grammy fashions later on. Jeannie Mai is coming out, so we'll talk fashion with her. And so now, Clive Davis, you know, that record executive, he paid tribute to Whitney Houston at his, he has this annual pre-Grammy party, and he had it on Saturday night. Some people thought having the party was the height of distaste, considering Whitney died just a few hours before the party happened last year. It was still this year, the same place where her hotel room was, the Beverly Hills Hotel. At the very least, he could have changed it. Maybe to another location or something, I don't know. Anyway, several members of the Houston family attended the party, but Sissy Houston, her mother, decided not to go. And here's what Sissy said. Thank you. They're new. You could look on the website in the wardrobe area to see where you can get some too. Thanks. Okay, so anyway, so Sissy says, I got an invitation to the party, which is the most obscene thing. I don't know why they would want me to come to the party in which she died. You know, unheard of. I get it. But I must say that they'd be damned if they did and damned if they didn't in terms of inviting her. She's a woman of a particular age, and she's always going to have something to say. And besides, she's still mourning the loss of her daughter, so anyway. I don't know, I thought it was kind of distasteful to even have the party. At least this one year. Just this one year. Just this one year. You could have skipped it this one year. If, Clive, you were more than a record executive to her, according to, you know, everybody who says it, you were like a father to her. You were her everything. She was special to you. That's all. It pains me to talk about the following story. Ice-T and Coco. Well, look, I didn't make the story up. If Coco wasn't out there taking pictures with somebody, we'd have nothing to talk about. I'm tired of feeling guilty every time I have to talk about this story, but I'm gonna talk. Okay, so rumorfix.com is reporting that the rapper AP9 is shopping around a sex tape and naked pictures of him with Coco. Well, he's asking for over $100,000, which is a little too rich for our blood here at Wendy. But I've already asked through the TV if Harvey Levin from TMZ purchases this, and, you know, we can share in the display. Coco is still denying that she cheated on Ice-T, but AP9 still insists that he's got the goods. Ice-T, this is what you need to do. Buy the tape. It's not gonna be the only copy, you know, because a guy like AP9's got at least 20 copies of that tape. But buy the tape, because at least it'll close the case on whether or not Coco is a keeper. Because if you see what you, oh gosh, what I hope you don't see in the tape, if you happen to see something bad in the tape, then you know, drop her off on the corner where you found her. Like I was telling you on Friday. Nothing. Anyway, let's talk Justin Bieber. So on Saturday, I was all flued up with the Zycam and everything, so I was sleeping. I didn't see Saturday Night Live. I didn't see anything. But did you, he wasn't at the Grammys, but he was hosting Saturday Night Live. Did you watch? Yeah. He was the musical guest. He was also in a sketch where he played Miley Cyrus's biggest fan on the Miley Cyrus talk show. He even. So that was Justin. I liked his costume. Almost like, you know, if you weren't a believer like some of the young girls, you wouldn't recognize him in the mall with that tuft of hair on top of his head, right? That was a good disguise, Justin. All right, did you go to the movies this weekend? You didn't? Yeah. You were snowed in too? Well, Melissa McCarthy's new movie, Identity Thief, was #1 at the box office this weekend. Just one of those fun movies, you know, fun for the whole family, but she was blasted by the New York Observer's film critic, the legendary Rex Reed. How you doing, Rex? Don't you remember him when he used to be mean on The Gong Show back in the 70s? I used to love when they'd get to Rex and he'd be just so cutting and mean and snappy. Some people here didn't even know he was still alive. They were like, he's still alive? I'm like, yeah, Rex Reed, the film critic. Anyway, Rex made a personal attack on Melissa McCarthy that possibly could never be forgiven. He called her tractor size. He said she's a female hippo. He says she's a screeching, humongous creep. And then he continues to go on to say this. Melissa McCarthy is a gimmick comedian who has devoted her short career to being obese, obnoxious, and with equal success. You are so jealous of her. You are such a hater, Rex. And for you, Melissa, don't listen to him. Success is the operative word. Congratulations on your $36 million box office windfall this weekend. #1 at the box office. So it's been never since we've talked about Claudia Schiffer here on Hot Topics. Do we ever talk about her? Well, let's talk about her now. Okay. So Claudia Schiffer, the legendary model, she wants the actress January Jones from Mad Men to stay as far away from her husband as possible. Well, do you remember January Jones from Mad Men gave birth last year and still hasn't revealed who the father of her baby is? Oh, this is a tale from the hood. Come close. Okay. I love this story because it's so messy. Okay, several men are rumored to be the father, including Claudia's husband, Matthew Vaughn. Sidebar, it's good from mid-forehead down. I just don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, but what I'm thinking is if you just take the rest off, you'll be like Bruce Willis, handsome anyway. So anyway, okay. So, by the way, does Matthew look guilty? Yeah, you got the guilty smirk, Matthew. Matthew, Claudia Schiffer's husband, directed January Jones in X-Men First Class. In an outfit like that. And now they're making a sequel, and according to the Star magazine, Claudia doesn't want January to be in it. Well, if you follow any of these X-Men movies, then you know no particular character is germane. They're all interchangeable from one X-Men to the other. Remember our friend Halle Berry had been in an X-Men? Like, this happens. So January really doesn't have to be in this one, Matthew. Matthew is denying being the father of the baby, but Claudia reportedly is still bothered by January anywhere near him. You can't trust a flat butt and a smile, Claudia. If I were Matthew, I would keep January, just to keep peace at home. You know, I'd keep January as far from the set as possible. She's not in this movie. And also, why not just take a paternity test, Matthew? That way, you take your name out of the hopper. All right, it pains me to say, Amanda Bynes is back in the news. So, it's time for an Amanda update. Hit it. So now, Amanda's keeping a pretty low profile here in New York where you can get lost amongst the millions of people. It's very easy to keep a low pro. You know, she is a retired multi-millionaire, as she says. And she's been on Twitter recently, very busy. She tweeted a strange photo of herself with this very long, very blonde hair. You see the hair, turn off your flash, turn off your flash. Anyway, and the caption under it said, hi. I checked, H-I, not H-I-G-E. I mean, H-I-G-H, yeah. Hi. And then she tweeted this photo of her booty. Why? And then she tweeted a picture of Jay-Z with the caption, ugly face under it. And as fast as she put it up, we here at Hot Topics tried to grab it down to show you, but she took it down immediately. But the picture looked like this one. Yeah, I know. Amanda, what is wrong with you? Hi, Jay-Z. You know, blended families are a way of life, and I guess the way they work best and best examples for everybody is when they blend seamlessly. I like what Jennifer Lopez and her ex-husband, her ex-husband for now, mark my words, Mark Anthony have done since separating, but blending. All right, here's this picture that Jennifer tweeted a few days ago, but I didn't want to show you then because I had to figure out who all the moving parts are in it. So it's Jennifer, and there's Mark Anthony, and they're there with their kids, their two children, Emmy and Max, the twins, and then Jennifer's boyfriend, son, Casper Smart is there. And then, although he looks manly and hot there, doesn't he? Somehow you look good there, Casper. Also in the picture, everybody, Mark Anthony's kids from his ex-wife, Dayanara Torres, and Mark's ex-girlfriend, Shannon DeLima, are in the picture. Now, the only person in the picture that's not accountable for is the man with the glasses, and I'm thinking that might be the Manny or something. Anyway, the gathering was a special celebration for Mark's son's, Christian's, 12th birthday. So that's how you blend a family. Yeah, I like that. Back to that picture for a moment. And it just goes to show how easy and simple her Grammy hair was, because that's the same top knot she was wearing at the Grammys, which I think looks really cute. I especially love that she's embracing her natural hair in the top knot, because we're so used to, you know, putting up a top knot or putting a ponytail and then putting more hair and more hair and more hair and more hair. I love the hairy look, but I love that she's able to embrace it. I would caution you, if you're a woman of a certain size, though, continue to put more hair and more hair and more hair. Or you'll look like a snowman. So you get that little thing going on. Another happy story that I wanted to share for you about how family comes together in times of need. Michael Jackson's kids are officially in the care of their cousin TJ, who happens to be the son of Tito. Now, here's the deal. TJ's only 32 years old, and you know, he doesn't have the money to take care of these 3 Jackson kids. You know, he became their guardian back in July when 82-year-old Katherine Jackson, Michael's mother, was unable to take care of the kids or herself. So now, according to TMZ, TJ can't continue to care for the kids without proper compensation. He's asking the Jackson estate for $9,000 a month. I think that he needs to double that and make it 18. I'm gonna tell you why. Because first of all, those are 3 kids. Those 3 kids need things: college tuition, braces, karate, and dance classes, right? Not only that, TJ's a married man himself. He's also got his own 3 kids. So that means that this house, isn't that a saint? In this house, there's gonna be 6 kids and 2 adults. And so, you know what? Good for you, TJ. By the way, TJ, we kept digging and we found you and your ex-famous, or your ex-girlfriend who's still famous. Here she is, You know who that is? Kim Kardashian. I know, we've never seen her look so pale. There's Kim, getting it in. Look, that is Kim and TJ. Kim and TJ dated in high school and they went to a prom together, and that's their prom picture. And Kim reportedly says that she lost her virginity to TJ at 14. Well, 14 is the number she threw out. Keep clapping, everybody. We've got a terrific show for you today. The very handsome Tommy Davidson is here, plus Mob Wives star Renee Graciano. But up next, we're going to talk fashion with fashion expert Jeannie Mai about last night's Grammy red carpet recap. Don't miss it. season is in full swing and everybody's talking about red carpet looks from last night's Grammy Awards. So here to dish on the hits and the misses is the host of Style Network's How Do I Look? Our friend, fashion expert, Jeannie Mai. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay.
Thank you.
How do you think people did on handling that red carpet
The
skin
memo.
crackdown?
Yeah, you know, I was actually surprised. Everybody adhered to it. So they played it safe, i.e. some thought were boring, but it was for us to see the celebrities in a more sophisticated side, you know?
Yeah.
I know. I was all about the skin too, but you'll see through my pictures, there was actually some beautiful, sophisticated gowns.
Okay, walk us through. Everybody's
Okay.
talking about Jennifer Lopez's dress. Did you like it?
There was a dress. Okay, girl, really? There was a dress?
Yeah.
The only thing we're talking about today is that KFC thigh right there.
No, that's a good thigh, too.
Let me
good thigh.
demonstrate for you, okay? These are some pictures from my Instagram. Check out this thigh here, photobombing Casper and J-Lo when they were trying to take a picture.
Look, the thigh is photobombing.
And then check it out coming up on stage trying to accept Adele's award. I mean... So you can see why I don't realize that there's a dress. However, I do want to say something separately. Can we go back to that picture of J-Lo on the red carpet? Okay, see that face she's got?
Yeah, she does.
She does it amazingly. Do you want me to teach you how to do it?
She talked to you and told you how?
She told me how to do it. Are you ready
go.
for this? You're gonna like this, okay?
Okay.
If I teach you go, you have to promise that you're gonna tweet at Wendy Williams and show us this picture. Give me a sexy selfie after I teach you, okay? It's 3 steps. All you have to do is look into the camera, drop your eyes into a bedroom gaze, and blow.
Oh.
That's it, I swear, try it. It's called the J-Lo blow. I do it. If you follow me on Twitter, that's all I do. I'm just like.
Yeah, that's a good one. She was very giving to give you the secret to that. Okay, who did you pick for Best Dressed?
I really loved Taylor Swift. I did, because when I look at Best Dressed, I did. Here's why. When I look at Best Dressed, I account everything from head to toe. I'm not just looking at the gown. We've got to get the hair right, the nails, the makeup's on point, the pedicure, the shoes, and her cutout, the pose, everything she got was just beautiful. I also picked Riri. I loved it.
I liked Rihanna's dress from the waist up. I thought it's a beautiful dress for a woman of a particular age, but I thought that was a lot of material for such a young girl. I think that as long as a girl can still be snatched, everything should be snatched, but I thought her hair was best dressed.
I agree, absolutely. And
at one point, it was pushed back a little far. I was screaming at the TV, pull it down, pull it down. Did you notice that? Pull it down, girl.
I was there at the show, and she literally has somebody coming down and, like, taking the 2 fingers and, like, setting it every time. So you're right on that.
But I did think that she looked very beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk red carpet trendsetters, if there were any.
I would say Miss Batty B, Beyonce, all the way. All the way.
You like the jumpsuit, the one piece?
Yes. Here's why. For spring, black and white is coming back in a ferocious way. Black and white is big, and not only that, but look at her jumpsuit. It's
the jumpsuit's gorgeous.
The little tailoring right at the ankle, she's got it cropped to an Audrey Hepburn classic.
And the
that's
thing
what's
is
beautiful
that
about
she's
it.
about to go on world tour, so she doesn't have to show us everything. She just showed us everything on the Super Bowl, and she also sang at the inauguration. So she could get away with going to the red carpet last
right
night
there.
like that.
You
It's very
nailed
nice,
it.
very
Yep.
nice. Although, I liked Kelly Osbourne's ponytail better than Beyonce's. I thought Beyonce's ponytail was a little forky in the back, you know, where all your hair isn't blended, so it's a little forky.
She was giving a lot of hugs as she was coming down because I was covering the red carpet.
People might have been messing it up.
I think so, because you don't get a chance, but somebody should. Yes, I mean, she's got a squad.
Yeah.
They should jump in for her. Yes, you're right.
Okay, so now who'd you pick for best hair?
Best hair, I loved Alicia Keys. It's understated, I know, but I loved it because it was a simple coif. Why aren't you guys clapping? I liked it. My opinion counts too. Here's why. It's a simple coif. Her hair, it only comes right down to her ears, so she's limited. But it's a beautiful look that every woman should try because it lets your face be the portrait.
Well, you have to have a perfect hairline, Jeannie. Well, everybody doesn't have Alicia Keys' hairline. And hair thickness.
True that. That's why you have Instagram filters.
Oh. Okay, let's talk about the misses. Who is a fashion miss?
I really hate saying this because I know I'm going to lose followers
Me too.
from this.
No,
oh, I
you're
know,
not. No, you're not.
Okay. Adele. I'm sorry. Let me explain. Let me explain. Okay. I love Stop clapping so I can defend myself. I love Adele. She's beautiful. Her hair and her makeup is on point. The heels, gorgeous. The pattern overwhelms her body. It's too much. It
would overwhelm anyone's body. Even Valentino makes a mistake. Kelly Ripa couldn't wear that dress.
Yes, thank you. Why are we looking at that dress? We should be sitting on that dress, not this purple chair.
Yeah, yeah, right? It is like upholstery. Sorry, Adele, I think everybody felt the same way. At my house, nobody wanted to say anything, so we just put our, we buried our face in our cups.
I just talked to my publicist before I made this announcement today.
Yeah.
I was really worried.
Sorry, Adele. Thank you, Jeannie.
Yeah, thank you.
For that Grammy recap. Everybody keep it here. The very funny Tommy Davidson is up next. Oh my gosh. Been making us laugh ever since his days on In Living Color, and the laughs continue on his new Showtime special, Chocolate Sundays. Take a look.
First of all, let's give it up for Obama. He don't say speeches, he say a bunch of words white people like in a row.
Constituents. Considering constitutional and making that work.
But you know the right white words. You know, he say words black people don't even say.
Risks.
He put the x on it.
Taking unnecessary risks.
Woo!
Please welcome the very funny Tommy Davidson. You look nice.
Thank you, I feel good.
And you smell good.
Thank you, I matched the couch, too.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
I like your Obama impersonation.
He's easy to do, you know.
Is he?
Yeah. Because he just takes something that's, like, simple and makes it sound complex.
Like Frosted Flakes. They're part of an essential breakfast. Tony the Tiger is very active with children. And he rocks a nice little blue bandana, so... And on top of that, Wendy, they're great.
It's good. It's good.
Your audience.
Aren't they the best?
Yeah, I'm like getting dressed. I'm like, what is that, a club downstairs?
Yes, yes.
We're gonna die young. I'm like, what are they partying downstairs? What's going on?
It's a party every day here.
Yeah. I love it.
Did you have any particular opinion on Beyonce's performance at the inauguration?
No, but the one at the Super Bowl was like, okay, you're fine.
Yes, you're hot.
I mean, she was like, I'm letting the world know that, like, hey, this is what I got. You know, everybody at the house, you know, was sports fans. And everybody, even the women were like,
oh, yes. Yeah.
I hate her. You know?
Did you have a party at your house?
I did. I didn't cook this time. I usually cook.
Okay.
Didn't have time. I've been running around the country and stuff, so I just got like buffalo wings and we just did the damn thing, but it was great.
That's out in California?
Yeah, out in California.
You had a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Now, are you still cool with all the cast of In Living Color on a regular basis? Do you see them?
When I can see them.
Okay.
I mean, they're all busy. Like, I'll see Jim going by in his Porsche. You know. I'll see Jamie going by in his Ferrari. You know. But we all got together in New York for the first time in probably like around about 10 years.
When was that? For the TV Land?
For TV Land Award. We won a TV Land Award.
Yes.
We were all excited.
Yeah. Now, did you all go out afterwards or do anything in particular? Or?
No, we did like the show. We just said hi, bye, and wham, went our separate ways.
Everybody's got kids in their separate lives, though, now.
Yeah.
So I know that Keenan Ivory Wayans was going to be rebooting the old In Living Color.
Yeah.
And nobody's exactly
Look at him, look at all.
Couple of his brothers came to the show, and I asked them, and they said, well, you'll have to ask Keenan.
Right.
I can't get to Keenan. So what happened?
Well, I can't deny or confirm.
No, what happened was, you know, Keenan's very, very smart. Keenan is a brilliant writer and comedy guy. And so we actually got paid for the show. So that means it's gonna happen. Anything that he has
you got paid for the reboot already?
We already got paid for it, so...
So you're not gonna give the money back, so
No.
you gotta do something.
Yeah. We're not gonna give the money back. No. So there's a good chance that it's going to be on the air. Like I don't mind him taking his time because whatever he does well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And we'll be here to laugh with you. Now, you, for years, Tommy Davidson, I've heard your name swirling around this Sammy Davis Jr. project. For years. I mean, it's been at least...
That's him.
It's been at least 8 years.
Yeah.
When is this project going to happen? Are you the guy?
You know what? I don't know, you know. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I was telling a friend of mine last night, usually when I work hard on one thing for a long time, eventually it does happen.
Yes.
You know, like I worked on comedy, I became a stand-up. I worked on getting on TV, I got on TV. I do know that I have the rights to a story, to a book. I do know that some directors are interested.
Oh,
yeah.
Good.
I have the rights to a version of the story.
Okay.
And I have some good directors involved and some good producers involved.
And you've been impersonating the late Sammy for years. Do it, man.
That's very easy, Wendy. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond.
Now, you have a new special on Showtime.
Yes! Yes, I do.
Tell us about it.
Yes, I do. This is the first sketch comedy show since, like, Dave Chappelle in Living Color. It's so good to have a show on the air where the actual people are actual real actors and real comedians. And we haven't seen this in such a long time. I had my Showtime specials 18 years ago.
Yes.
And now, 18 years later, I'm finally back on Showtime. It's like a mix between Def Jam meets In Living Color and Carol Burnett, because we got white people on it. So
it's a 1 hour comedy.
It's a 1 hour comedy sketch show, and it's on Showtime, which I love. They got all the good shows, Shameless and Dexter. And,
yeah, no, we love them.
You know, so I'm really looking forward to this. I'm very happy, man. Very happy.
Well, we're happy for you, and you look well. And so thank you so much for coming by.
Of course.
Everybody, you can check out Tommy Davidson's Chocolate Sundays Wednesday night at 12:30 on Showtime. Still to come, we've got Mob Wife star Renee Graziano. But up next, it's time for Ask Wendy. Keep it here. Are you? We're back. It's time for Ask Wendy. How you doing?
How you doing? Hi, Wendy. My name is Whitney. I just turned 24 a few days ago.
Happy birthday, Whitney.
Thank you. So, my parents are pastors, and for about 2 years, me and my boyfriend have been together. They really haven't officially met him yet, but in July, we have plans to live together. So how do I tell my parents, due to their religious values, they're going to be mortified, how do I tell them that I'm ready to leave the nest and I'm going to move in with my boyfriend?
Okay. There's two things, now three things going on. First, I heard the word nest. So you've never lived on your own at all.
No, ma'am.
So you're moving right from your father's house to your boyfriend's house.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm a modern girl, but I'm not even that modern. Second of all, you've been with him for 2 years, and you said they haven't met him really.
No, never officially met him. They know of him.
Okay, Whitney, you're wrong again.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
And the third thing is that I'm basing all of this naivete that you probably need a little bit of money from your parents too, right?
No.
Oh, good. You go, girl.
No.
Okay, well, this is what you do. This is what you do. If you can hold off till January to move in with your boyfriend, and right now I want you to keep saving your money. Don't talk to your parents about your intentions of moving in, because when that happens, we just do our own thing if we're not asking you for money. Right?
Okay.
But you're wrong for just moving in with this boy. And I just caution you one little extra thing, Whitney. I think it's more important that you get your own apartment than that you live with him. Okay. Because your independence is so much more important and so much more valued than your relationship with a boy or a man, you know? So in January, you might want to consider moving into your own studio apartment without him.
Okay,
Okay?
that works.
Okay, very well. Good luck, good luck. Everybody keep it here. Mob Wife star Renee Graziano is next. Mob Wives is in full swing, and our next guest can always be found at the center of all the drama. Take a look.
You know it's not nice to sleep with somebody's husband.
I was never with somebody else's man.
She's a sneaky, conniving, poor, filthy husband.
Is she not jealous of me, this girl?
There were rumors that I chopped my body up so I could look like her.
She could never look like me if she had 100 surgeries.
Because if I wanted to look like you, I'd put a horse face on.
Please welcome Renee Graziano. Yeah, Renee.
Hi, gorgeous.
Hi, Renee.
How are you?
You look good.
Thank you. So do you.
Okay. I can't place my finger on it, but you look really gorgeous in the face. And it's not new teeth.
Thank you.
What is it? What is it? Happy?
I think I'm finally out of that situation with my ex-husband, and
Yeah.
I found a peace.
Do you mind if I, can we look at your new booty?
Oh, it's
She
so
got a new
cute.
butt lift. Wait, I can't.
It's so cute. Feel it.
It's cute.
Isn't it? It's little. It's little. It's mine. It's fat transfer.
Okay,
so that's all I got.
There's nothing foreign in there. It's fat transferred
Yeah.
into the area.
Yeah.
This is your second butt job.
Yeah, well, the first one, actually, we never had it done.
Oh.
So there was a complication. So
The
second
infection.
You're right. The second surgery I had gone in for, the doctor had to graft part of my body to fix the hole that was left by my spine.
Yes.
And we were like, just get rid of the rest of the fat.
Yes. So you're good now.
Great.
Now let me ask you this, because when we know that you're battling pill addiction.
Correct.
And this season has been all about you getting well. Are you sober now?
Yes, I am.
How many fingers do I have up?
You have 3 fingers.
No,
up.
4. Still high. No, but you're sober.
Yes, I'm clean. I'm clean. I suffer from Xanax was an issue for me. And I said in an article I wanted to sleep to 2015. I just wanted everything to go away.
I saw the episode where you and your son went down to Florida to check into the rehab and everything. It was quite sad, but I'm glad to hear you're doing well. But when you go back and you get surgeries and things like that, because I know you're a surgery girl, she makes no secret of it.
None.
Do you ever get nervous that the pills required for the medication from the surgery are going to hook you?
Actually, no. I have no problem with pain medication. I did in the past, but I haven't had an issue with pain medication. Mine is just more or less for Xanax. I wanted to sleep from the depression.
Depression. The depression, some of that came from one of these threatening letter that you got from your ex-husband, Junior.
A very uncomfortable letter, yes.
Are you afraid for your life?
No, I'm good with God today. I'm good. I really am. I am.
Everyone, if you're not familiar, what had happened was Renee's ex-husband, who happens to be father of her son, who's sitting right there, hi honey bun, in our audience. Renee's ex-husband ratted out Renee's father and got him thrown in jail.
Correct.
So your father got pinched, and then your ex-husband is now in jail.
Yes, he's also in jail.
Okay. It's very confusing. But
tell me about it. It's my life.
Yeah, I mean, and then you and your co-star Carla, and we just saw it in the clip. There's constant beef between you and Carla. Where does this all stem?
I think it stems from I don't like the way that she lives. And
how does she live? You tell us.
You've
accused her on the show. Go.
I haven't accused. I've directly.
Yeah.
I've said it outright.
What'd you say?
I said, go back to season 3, episode 1. No, actually, I'm not comfortable with the way she lives, and she's not comfortable with the way that I live. So today, I don't choose to, drag her through the mud at Aqueduct, but normally.
Today's a good day.
Today's a good day.
Okay, for you guys. Now,
recovery.
Now, I found a picture of you and 50 Cent, and I wanted to know the origin of the picture.
Oh, I was up at, I love him. I was up at his G-Unit office. I actually went up to see him for a little bit of advice when the show first started. And him and I have always been really good friends. Actually, my son and his son were very good friends. We used to go up to his house in Connecticut. And that's just our relation. Cancers, we're cancers.
Yeah,
so we're
yeah.
warm, affectionate.
He's a cancer too.
Yes, warm, affectionate person.
Are you dating anyone?
No one's been brave enough yet to ask me out, but
You seem like the type of woman who would ask somebody out.
I do. I would, absolutely.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm ready to date.
Do you get out much, in the nightlife and everything?
It's really my choice if I want to or not, but right now I've been focused on my shoe line, which is Mob Candy.
Yeah.
So I'm like really batting everything down and holding on. And
How do you explain to your son about the relationship with his father, your ex-husband?
My son is entitled to have his own opinion. It was very hard for me at first because it's my father that's involved.
Yeah.
But when I stopped to think about it, it's my father, that's his father. And as a man, he's able to make his own decisions, and I'm sure he agrees that it wasn't right what his father did, but you can't tell someone not to love somebody anymore.
Well, he's 18 now, he's growing up fast.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Renee.
Thank
it's
you.
nice to see you,
too.
again, and you look really well. You do. And everyone, Mob Wives airs Sunday nights at 10 on VH1. Up next, don't miss our Live Like a Star audience giveaway. Okay, it's time for our Live Like a Star audience giveaway. Let's open up the box and see what it is. You are gonna love this. It's the Gel Polish Pro Kit from Red Carpet Manicure. Red Carpet Manicure is the world's first at-home LED gel manicure system. They have over 70 on-trend gel shades, including an exclusive gem collection, which has been worn by Rihanna. Studio audience, you're all going home with yours, so you'll be able to recreate these red carpet looks with your very own system. Thank you, Red Carpet Manicure. We'll be right back. Keep it here. This is really good. I love you for watching, and I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye.